guys, hey, it's Ayana here. I am so excited to have our very first sponsor, Wrist It All. And this is what she made, if we can get closer. These are beautiful, handmade, customized bracelets, and every single one is different because the founder and creator, Samantha Price, makes every last one of them herself, and she was gracious enough to send it to the Inside Job. We're super excited. I was surprised when I got this in the mail, all the way from the USA. So if you're in the UK, she will ship to you as well. Of course, you have to pay the shipping cost. But anyways, shout out to Wrist It All, our very first sponsor. Thank you so much. I love these bracelets, and you will love them too. You can go on her Instagram page called Wrist It All, and you can also go to my page. If you go on my page, you'll see more of the information as well as in my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Hey. Welcome to another episode of The Inside Job. Today, I am honored to have our very first fashion designer on this show. I first discovered this amazing woman through a mutual connection on social media. When I saw some of her designs, I knew I had to have her on the show. I'm so excited that she said yes. She is a Nigerian fashion designer and the owner and creative director of Print Garden, which is where we're sitting in right now. Print Garden offers ready-made clothing and accessories to women and children. You have an option for made-to-measure, custom-made, and alterations. And I'm sure so much more because I got these lovely earrings as well from her. Please join me today as we welcome the amazing Sade Sanni. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did.
Welcome. As I mentioned, we are currently sitting in the one and only Print Garden, and if you can even see behind me, the prints are bold and they are beautiful, just
Thank
like
you.
Today's guest.
Thank you.
Well, first off, Sade, how did you come up with the name Print Garden?
Well, I've always wanted to be a designer. Obviously, I have a day job. I work as a consultant within the public sector on property services, delivering projects and change and all of that. But from a very young age, actually, I've always loved colors and prints and patterns. And I started the business in 2017. However, it started with a different name, and only because I wasn't sure what sort of fabric I wanted to work with at that point in time. Took me a few weeks to realize, but I decided that because of how much I love colors and pattern, I'd call it Print Garden because I wanted to work with a lot of print. So not just African print, but print from all over the world. And I just thought, you know what, Print Garden, and it also resonates with one of my favorite Bible passages as well. And I kind of put the two together, and Print Garden.
What Bible passage is that? We're curious.
Okay. It's from the book of, I think it's Exodus or Deuteronomy. It's a story about Moses' brother, Aaron, and where Aaron was confirmed as a priest while Moses was the leader of the Israelites when they left Egypt. And it was at a point where Aaron was confirmed as a priest, and he had a rod, and the rod actually grew almonds and flowers and almond buds. And the verse actually says that Aaron's rod budded, it blossomed, and it bloomed, which is actually Print Garden's motto, or it's our, it's a motto or the
Yeah,
yeah. So we usually say Print Garden is where we make your fabric bud, blossom, and bloom.
Nice.
That's where the garden bit came from, anyways. So yeah, it's a garden that we cultivate your prints and make them into beautiful dresses. Yeah.
Beautiful it is. And what was the driving force behind you starting your own fashion business?
So I come from a family of quite creative people. My dad was a tailor before he actually got formal education and before he went to university. His dad before him as well was a tailor, and I'd always wanted to become a fashion designer, but obviously being a Nigerian, you either go to uni to become a doctor, a lawyer, or something. So I wasn't actually allowed to pursue that dream.
Oh.
So I came to the UK. I was actually born in the UK, but I grew up in Nigeria. So I came back to the UK after uni and started working within the public sector in my role as a consultant. But I kind of had a year out of work and I started to think about what I wanted to do with my life moving forward. And I thought, okay, while I'm waiting to get a new contract work-wise started, I'd actually start my own fashion business. So I started working with a tailor. We actually had to rent out some studios at the beginning. It took us a while, but we did get there eventually. Made a few garments. I kind of stopped halfway because I started work. But 2018, I decided to actually get a shop
Oh, okay.
where I could not just sell what I was creating, but also get people to come in, select whatever fabrics they wanted to, and we'd create something unique for them. So that's literally how I started.
Now you mentioned earlier that you weren't allowed
Oh
to be a fashion designer. We got some music outside.
yeah.
Don't know if I mentioned earlier, but we're in
Stop
Print
dancing.
Garden, so this is like the center, a part of the center of London, so it's pretty busy
Yeah.
outside. Oh, the music left.
It's
As
gone.
soon as I
It's gone.
started loving it. But yeah, you mentioned that you weren't allowed
Yeah.
to be a fashion designer. How did you rebel? And what did your dad, your mom, what did your family have to say about you doing something that was forbidden?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily forbidden. I think my dad, when he actually refused or rejected the idea of me becoming a fashion designer, it was more because he felt it held him back in life. Because he went to school late, he went to uni quite late, and only because his dad had stopped him from doing so. His dad wanted him to continue in the family business making clothes, and my dad wanted to become an engineer,
Okay.
but that stopped him. And somehow my dad, got a sponsorship and a scholarship, and then he came to the UK to get his degree and all of that, and had myself and my sisters. We moved back to Nigeria, and when I was about to go into uni in Nigeria, I said to my dad, I said, look, I think I'm having a change of mind, because I actually got into uni for medicine to actually become a doctor.
Oh.
And I said to my dad, I said, look, I don't really want to do this. I've never left home. I'm 16. I literally got into uni at 16. And I said, I've never done this before. I just want to do fashion. I love clothes. And he was like, he literally said, over my dead body. He was like, you go and do what you need to do. He said, you can, choose another course, decide on something else. He said, but you are not doing fashion design. So I didn't do medicine. I got into uni for medicine. I didn't do it. I went and studied estate management, which was what led me into the property side of things that I currently work in. My dad passed away a few years after that.
Oh.
And it kind of, cemented what he said. He did say over his dead body, and it happened. I miss him. I'm sure he'll be so proud. But it's just, I couldn't let that dream go. I decided, I said, no, do you know what, I'm going to do me, and I'm quite happy. It's working out. My family's happy, they're really proud of me as well, and yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's all you can do.
Exactly.
You.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times, especially when you're first generation in another country, your family, it's like they want you to do what they would have liked to have done, but then they had children, and life got in the way, and a lot of times they mean well.
Yes.
They just want the best for you,
Yeah.
but it's kind of the best for them.
Yes.
And so
You know what? It worked out well because me going to uni and doing what I did,
Mhm.
I'm also really happy with my day job career path as well. Because
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. It's exposed me to a lot of things. So I'm thankful that he didn't just allow me stick to fashion.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm thankful for everything actually.
Yeah, and I think you make a good point in saying that, especially I interviewed someone season 1, and he's an actor, and he just spoke about having plan A, plan B, plan C, in terms of the entertainment industry, because you have peaks and then you have valleys.
Exactly.
And it's just good to point out that it's okay to be good
Yeah.
and practice more than one thing
Yeah.
at a time.
True.
Because there are periods, especially when you're dealing with fashion, when you're coming up with a line, it takes time. It may take a year, it may take years. I've heard designers say, because they need
Yeah.
inspiration. So that's good. If you love something, there's nothing wrong with loving more than one.
Yeah.
Just people though, just stick to one
Exactly.
person.
Exactly true.
But profession, you can have multiple.
As many as you can.
Now, to me, I see fashion as a way of introducing yourself
Yeah.
without even having to say a word.
Yeah.
Like, I wore this because
It's
I knew I was
lovely.
coming
It's
here,
amazing.
and I felt fabulous, and no one could tell me
No one could.
anything.
You look amazing.
And because, bless your heart, and because I felt great in this outfit, because I thought I looked good in the outfit, then I felt great and I acted that way. And so to me, again, just fashion is just you sending a message without having to verbalize it. So what does fashion mean to you?
It's the same. It's how I express myself. Okay, so for today, I'm dressed in all black. I do that once in a while where I've got so many things to do. I want to be comfortable, and it's really cold outside. It's so cold outside, and I've been on my feet all day. And for me, when I'm in all black, it means I literally have tunnel vision because I've got stuff to, I've got stuff to tick off my to-do list. I have to think, and I need to be comfortable as well. I've been moving stuff around the shop and just, planning. We have a new collection out at the moment, so I'm trying to get all of that ready as well. So today, all black means I need to be comfortable, and I'm focused. However, I love my colors. I love my colors. I love, pattern and symmetry, and I'm sure we'll talk about the new collection later. But yeah,
That's her way of telling me we're talking about the new collection later.
okay.
No, that's true, because when I saw you, I was just thinking, New York, serious, on a mission,
Exactly.
need to get things done.
Yeah, that's today.
No time for play, like me. Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it means, and speaking of fashion, the late great Gianni Versace, he was strongly influenced by, the ancient Roman Greek culture, and of course, famous artist Andy Warhol. What was your inspiration? Or who is your inspiration?
Where do I begin? Oh, okay. From really young, my mom, I have to say my mom, now she's okay, she still looks good, she looks after herself. However, growing up, my mom was, she was my style icon. She always looked lovely, she had everything, not matchy, but she had stuff, in order. She always dressed really well. And then I had, aunties and family friends who I always said, I want to be like her when I grow up. I want to dress up like her when I grow up. And it got to a point where every pocket money, when I got into uni, every pocket money I got was on clothes, was spent on clothes. I had, even now, God help me, I have a million shoes that I don't wear.
I cannot relate.
Clothes, yeah. It's crazy, but, fashion. However, when I got to my late teens to mid-20s, J-Lo was the one for me.
J-Lo.
J-Lo, I'm telling you,
Shout out to Jenny from the block.
that woman would wear anything and still look amazing.
Yeah, she still does.
Rihanna is another person that I look at this girl and I'm like, who are you? What are you?
You know, I saw her fashion show was it a couple days ago?
Yeah.
And I was saying to my husband, I was like, I'm really proud of this girl.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when she started, and she is just doing her thing, her way. She did not conform to society standards.
Yeah, true.
And when she talks about the patterns and the whole process, I was like, okay, girl, I see you.
Yeah. There was someone else, Diana Ross.
Yes.
I just wanted to be her as well. I wanted to be all three of them.
Well, you look like her right
now.
now.
Thank you. Thank you. But
yeah, and speaking of that, I did notice that you have a new line, the Military Rose Collection. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can get a picture, but I'm sure we can get a closer look. We'll get a closer look. Oh, it looks like we're zooming in. Let's make sure my nails are done. Can you see it? And we can always zoom in. So, what's the inspiration behind this collection?
Okay, thank you. It looks amazing here, actually. Did I do that? So the collection, 2020 obviously has not been what everyone thought it would be. And 2020, when it started, I was like, okay, it's a milestone age for me, milestone birthday for me. It's balanced. My birthday and my day of birth and my month of birth is also balanced as well. It's 7/7, 2020. You know, so I've been thinking about how to make it count. However, Corona came and did what it did, lockdown, so I couldn't get anything produced. I hadn't even thought about the collection at that point in time, but I just wanted to do something with my business, with print guarding, to make 2020 count. And we reopened after the lockdown, and I started to think about how much I love balance and symmetry, and I said, I don't care what Corona has done. I thank God that, myself, my loved ones, my family, my business, we've been preserved, we've been kept through all this, and God has been amazing. But I still want to do something with the year, with the balance and the symmetry that I have found personally this year. While all of this mess with Corona was going on, I took time out to rest. I know there was a lockdown and people were negatively affected, but for me, it was a period where I kind of reflected, and I just went back into getting closer to God, thinking clearer, and just getting back to continuing what my idea or my purpose is. I'm not totally sure what that is. Most people don't know anyways, but yes, but it has made a lot of sense to me. So I got to that point and I said, you know what, I've got so many beautiful fabric. I had new ones coming in from Nigeria as well. All my fabric are from Nigeria, by the way.
Okay.
I have a group of lovely fabric suppliers. I tag them on my page on Instagram. But I just thought, you know what, I'm going to make a collection where everything is in balance, everything is symmetrical, and the rose military coat is one of them. Most of the collection is reversible as well, which for me kind of validates it validates the balance, so you could wear the coats either way. You could wear it plain, or you could wear it with the fabric that it's made of. And the way we've literally made the patterns to sit, we've literally ensured that all the designs on the patterns are symmetrical, it's matching, it's in order, it's in sync. And that's the message I want to pass on to people, to say, look, regardless of how 2020 has been, always have that mindset of, you're in control. You can balance things out. You can make things as symmetrical as you want. Don't look around you. Look inwards. Look up to God, and you'll be fine. Yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
I know.
And we'll see a little bit of the military coat.
Yeah.
When soon.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. And going back again to fashion.
Yeah.
When I think of fashion and when I see fashion, all I'm seeing as um, consumer is just, or customer rather, it's just the end product.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing fabulousness, that's not a word, but still. And I'm thinking, if it's good fashion anyway, and I'm thinking glamour. Obviously, you being the designer, you know what goes on in the background and the stages leading up to it. So for you as a designer, what are some challenges that you typically encounter before creating that masterpiece?
Okay. So my challenges are, I'd say, unique to only me, probably. So where I mentioned before, I'm not a trained fashion designer. All I know how to do is to draw. I draw stuff, I paint, draw, make them look lovely, and pass them on to. So I've got two members of staff. I have a seamstress and I have a pattern cutter. And their roles are interchangeable, but there's there are clear lines of responsibilities, anyways. And I pass that on to them to say, look, okay, so this is my drawing, this is my dream, this is the fabric I want it to be in. Please bring it to life, and they do amazingly. However, before I found that dynamic duo, those two women are a godsend, I have to say. Before I found them, I went through, various stages of paying for an entire collection, getting maybe 10% of that collection back with everything incomplete, meaning that thousands of pounds it wasn't wasted, but it was kind of left hanging until I found someone else to complete it, and then I had to spend more money to get that sorted out. So there is the finance bit of it, which is why obviously I've kept my day job until this becomes what I want it to be. So there's a finance aspect of it. If you don't get an investment, or you don't have maybe an inheritance, or someone to give you a lump sum of money, you literally need to graft for it.
Okay.
And I found that a bit difficult, but I guess with time, God helped me just plan properly, meet the right people. I met a lot of people that gave me a lot of good advice, and that kind of helped me, make decisions properly. So yes, there's been the finance aspect. There's also been actually finding a suitable space, and it took me about maybe 6 to 9 months, probably 9 months. I've been looking for about 9 months before I found here, and this place was only meant to be a pop-up shop for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I've been here since 3rd of March 2018. So yeah, it's been amazing. It was meant to be a pop-up shop for 2 weeks. I went back to the landlord and said, I'm not quite done yet. And he said, how much longer do you need? I said, can we make it 4 weeks? I was like, yeah, 4 weeks is fine. End of 4 weeks come, and I'm like, I'm not quite done yet. And he's like, do you know what? Stay as long as you want. And
oh, wow.
yeah, we've been at it since. He has been a blessing as well. So I've had quite a few good breaks. I have a few painful. I've had quite a few painful experiences as well, where I've been expecting stuff to be delivered, and for some reason I don't get all of it, or there's been some losses along the way, but a lot of it has been lessons learned, which I'm happy to share with people that I come in contact with, to say, look, this fashion thing, it might not be the same story as it was for the big names that we know. However, it's what you make of it. Yeah.
And it takes time. I think when we see like Versace, I'm sure he didn't become Versace
Exactly.
overnight.
Exactly.
It does take time, and it is a process, and we just don't see I'm sure you will know more than I would, but a non-fashion designer don't see that. We just see the end product.
Yeah.
And you kind of touched on it. We're in a pandemic right now, smack in the middle of COVID-19, and you still have a shop. How is it that you are able to maintain a business where people tend to want to come and touch and feel the fabric, and there's the personal contact? What are you doing to stay afloat?
Number one thing, Number one thing is God. I'm sorry. Number one thing is God.
She's
I
a
bring
Christian,
him.
in
I'm a
case you
Christian,
weren't
unapologetic
sure.
Christian. Number one thing is God. I bring him into everything. Before I actually speak to people, I speak to him. You know, when I'm confused, there are days when, you know, even before COVID, there were days when I'm thinking, God, you know what? Someone wants to bankrupt me. I'm not going bankrupt, so I need to talk to you. You need to help me. And immediately something, you know, he brings something big. It hasn't been easy for anyone, to be honest. You know, we had to close the shop. We were right in the middle of a sale when the lockdown happened, and we literally had to shut up for from March till we opened. I think we reopened in June, end of June. And even then, you know, we had to, you know, take stock of what we had left, you know, what new strategies we had to plan out, we had to see. But I think thankfully I've had a good customer base. So where we reopened, you know, we usually get more, I'd say more traffic comes from the made to measure
Okay.
than the ready-made, because the ready-made, you know, we make, you know, a few samples and they're like, okay, you know what, it's not in my size, or can I have it in that fabric instead, you know, and that leads to more sales. So God kind of helped us, you know, he actually, not kind of, he did help us continue that way. So a lot of orders I have been getting after the lockdown has been, you know, made to measure, people wanting special, and that's what we do, you know, we take people's orders and we bring it to life.
So what was
Yeah.
so if I'm watching and I'm inspired, or I just started and I'm dying, what's that one strategy that you've had the most success with during this pandemic? What's that one thing that you did? Or if you have to, but one.
Okay, one thing that I did, I had a sale.
A sale.
I had a sale. I had a 50%
I love
sale. I had a 50% sale for all of last month, actually. All of last month, it ended.
Oh my God, did I miss the sale?
Yeah. Yes, it did. It ended this morning. I literally, seriously, I took off the signs this morning.
Oh my gosh.
So that's part of the, you know, I just had to, you know.
Lord, I'm a Christian too. Can you
We're
put
still
the signs
we're still
back?
on sale for you. Don't worry. After this, we'll talk. We'll talk after this. But yes, it ended this morning, and it was literally a 50% sale. I said, look, we missed out on, you know, the last 4 months. We have summer stuff that should have gone in summer. We still have it in October or September when I started the sale, and I said, you know what? I'm ready to make that, you know, take that. It wasn't so much of a loss. It wasn't actually a loss. It was just, you know, less money than it would have been at full price. But I just thought, you know what, let's do that. And it was amazing. You know, we had people coming in. And with that, people coming in, we started getting made-to-measure orders. Obviously, there's no sale on the made-to-measure orders. So they're buying sale stuff, but they're also placing full-price orders as well.
Okay.
And Instagram as well. Most of my contacts are on Instagram, and they just send me messages saying, can you send me a picture or a picture of the fabrics that you have available? I want this in this size. And we do that, we post it out, and that's it. Website wise, the website has been under construction. I'm hoping probably by the end of this month, only because there's a few special things I want on it, and I'm not a techie. I don't know what happens with website making, but I've been told it takes time. So, yeah.
I mean, you know what? I think with all of this pandemic, the two most important things, aside from life and loving people, is social media, Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. I mean, I've never seen so many people rejoin, including myself. And sale. You're doing a lot of online shopping, and that's where Instagram, because that's where I found you. I saw you through someone else on Instagram, and I was like, oh, let me look at her site. And I was like, oh, I like that dress. It's different. It's not just the prints, but then there was also style to the prints. And so that is exactly how I found you. And you know, this show, it's all about, especially season 2, we're all about your position, passion, and purpose. And keeping in lieu with that, we have our game that we like to do. And this woman is not kidding when she said that she is not techie. I have never not, and I'm using two negatives, been able to not find, I said not again, a picture of her. There's just one picture
Yeah.
on social media. Not Facebook, she doesn't have a Facebook account. Granted, mine was shut from 2015 till when I got married, which was last year. But at least I had some pictures on there. So we're gonna switch it up.
Oh Lord.
And as opposed to me picking photos of you from different stages in your life,
Okay.
I picked 5 of your designs.
Oh, thank you.
That I really like, and I want you to blindly pick one, and I want you to tell me at what stage you were in, you know, what stage are you in your life, and if you knew what your passion was, your purpose was, in terms of when you were doing this design. Alright, so just pick one. You're not in it, so don't worry.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yes, I love that skirt, by the way.
Can I?
And then that skirt is me. It's really cute. I was hoping you still had it.
Okay, thank you. So this skirt, worn by the fabulous Miss Simone. She's one of my models. She's amazing. She is a star.
I believe you. I thought she was Simone because all I saw on her website
yeah,
was Simone.
Exactly. Simone is amazing. She wears it. She rocks it well. This outfit, we had literally, this was our first year in the shop. This is 2018. 2018, we made this. And I'll actually tell you what this is. So I bought the fabric and I really liked it, but I didn't know what to make in it. So it sat in the shop for ages. I'd look at it and I'd think, I don't know. And one of the seamstresses, Fariel, she looked at it and she said, can she make something with it? And I'm looking at her thinking, okay, I only bought 2 pieces of this. I don't want it to waste. But at the same time, I said, you know what, you go ahead and do it. She made it and she showed me and I burst out laughing. Not because there was nothing wrong with it, but I thought there is no way I would have thought of making this. I said, okay. And she put it to hang. It was literally hanging on the door. Someone came in and bought it immediately.
Yeah, can she make it again?
Someone came in and bought it immediately. We had to make everything, like all the fabric, we had to make more. Like that was literally it, and it went.
Yes. So
I didn't actually make this skirt. I didn't actually design this skirt. Fariel did. And you would not believe it. It's because of how quickly it went. And when we took the photo, so we took the photo with the last one, the very last one. And yeah, it was one of those things that, you know, we made and within how many weeks it was gone.
Oh my.
Yeah. So this wasn't me. This is Fariel. This is Fariel's design. But I was so proud of it, so proud of her as well. I was like, okay, it's not something I would make, but let's see. And the same day she made the first one, it went. So yeah.
So Farrell is really who I should be interviewing. I'm just kidding.
No, the rest are mine. All the other designs are mine.
I'm just kidding.
All the others are mine.
And this one too, I really liked.
All right. Now this is there's a story to this.
Is this Farrell's as well?
Oh, this is mine. This is all me.
I give her one more shot. One more shot, guys.
This is all me. So this one, I made this. I'll actually tell you the story about it. So I found this fabric supplier online, not online, on Instagram. And I'd asked her to send me a few photos. This was actually one of the first I bought from her. Her name is Fabric by Edith. She's in Lagos, Nigeria. And I sent her a message saying, I want to see all your fabric. She sent them to me. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, I was like, I really love this because my favorite color is kind of like the base tone is orange, but it's kind of like a salmony, rusty color. It's a mix of that. So I said, you know, I really like this. Send it to me. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I bought as many as I could. and she did, and immediately it came. I said, I'm going to make a dress that looks like a brick wall, but with massive pockets on the side, and it's going to be sleeveless.
And that's exactly what it looks like.
And I drew that, gave it to Fariel and the pattern cutter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I drew that and gave it to Fariel and the pattern cutter. I said, this is how I want it to look. And I said, I want the print, the massive orange bits, one to be at the top and one to be in the middle. So I said, however you're placing the fabric, please make sure that the orange bit, the bright orange bit is at the top and in the middle. And it was amazing. They literally created, it even looked better than my drawing. My drawing was like rubbish compared to this. And again, I think we've got maybe one of this left.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, we've got one of this left, only because again, we shut down.
Yeah.
And then, but it was amazing. I was really happy about it, and it was very well received. I really like this.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. I'm glad that you made this one because it was very Well, now we're gonna just take a look at your collection. Okay, as I mentioned before, we are going to see just a peek at some of the live collection here. Of course, my eyes gravitate to this first and foremost. I love the color here. Oh, and I love this.
So,
what's the inspiration behind this one?
So, this one is part of the new collection, Balance and Symmetry. And as you can see, we have all the patterns balanced, and it's reversible. So the unique selling point of this is you could wear it.
Can I open?
Yes, please. Yes, please. So you could wear it either way. You could wear it with the massive bright orange bits showing, or you could take it off. Yeah, you could take it off and wear it reversed with the black.
Let's see. I'm kind of
I think this is my favorite for this season. I think.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, it has pockets.
It has pockets. Yeah.
I didn't even see
And
the
it's
pockets.
so warm.
Woo.
It has pockets. It's so warm. It's lovely. You need to wear it on the black side as well.
And then I could wear it on the black side if I'm trying to be a little bit more chic and discreet. Although I think the other side is just as chic, but if I'm trying to channel my inner New York, all black, everything look.
Yep. And then and if you fold the colors, you see
Or I
the
could
orange
even
popping
go this
exactly.
way. And then, can you see me? If I want to go back. I love this one. Love this. And is this a part of the military rose?
That's the Balance and Symmetry. That's the new collection.
Okay, this is what you were talking about.
So it's balanced. It's got two sides. The design, the patterns on the fabric as well are all symmetrical, all in line.
Forgive me if I.
That's fine.
And then we spoke about children.
Children's
They're
lines,
not
yes.
only for people, women like myself, but also kids. Look at this headband.
This is one of the last few. We haven't actually started on the children's collection, so this is from before summer, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so this is literally probably the last children's wear we have now. For children's wear, there's a new look to it, which is why this is the last of the Mohicans with this one.
And I love this one as well.
This
one
is
looks
reversible as well.
This one looks warm as well.
This is very warm.
It's kind of chilly here in London.
It's reversible. It's got everything balanced. There's symmetry. You could wear it both ways. There's a lovely dress underneath as well.
Oh, I love this. And just one more, if we could just find one more thing that catches my eyes.
Oh, this is the military rose that you were talking about.
Oh, this is the one. If we can get a look at that one. And then this is the one that we had in the photo. And even the belt is fancy. I don't know if I took this belt off. was the detail here.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you look in the back, because I didn't have a
Yeah.
picture of the back, this reminds me of the old London fog coat.
Yes, it's kind of like a map. So it's
Yeah. Ah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the belt's kind of crumpled, made it a bit crinkled, but
Yeah.
you can see.
Oh, and the pockets. I love
Yeah.
love pockets. Anything with pockets.
Yeah. So this is it.
Okay, guys. Thank you again so much for watching the Inside Job here with my guest Sade.
Thank you.
Definitely gonna get one of these military-inspired coats. You notice how I'm turning English now. I said military instead of military.
Military.
Inspired coats. And thank you for watching. As always, continue to watch, subscribe, love, like, comment. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're still watching, please, it's just down there. Just click that button and tell your neighbors, your friends, your mom, your dad, your cat, your dog, tell everybody to watch the Inside Job. Until next time, stay safe, stay home most of the times, and God bless.